So we are getting into some of the 12 Cast Ons from 12 Cast Ons of 2026 and some of my stash busting progress. So if that sounds like something you'd like to hang around for, grab you a drink, grab your project, and hang out with me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I am excited that you're here. I wanted to do a totally different video today, but you know what? That wasn't going to happen. So I'm going to do this instead. Now we're almost getting toward the tail end of February, right? Well, actually mid-February. Yeah, to me it's the tail end because February is such a short month that it just feels like it's kind of, well, technically, since it's the third week, we can consider it the tail end, right? Okay. For those of you who are new, I normally do knit, crochet, and sewing on my channel, but these episodes are designated toward two challenges that I've got myself going for this year. Ange over at Yarn and Yarns she just did like this cast on where we all joined in and we did 12 cast ons for the year of 2026. You didn't have to finish them. You just needed to cast on from I think it was Christmas Eve to January 31st. And I cast on my stuff, and I have mainly been working on the first 4. Technically, I've been working on 3 of the first 4 that I did. And I think that might be how I do it, because I have 3 tops that I'm going to be working on throughout this. And it was I think it's easier for my little one whip brain to focus on something before. Well, let me clarify that. Pardon me. I usually do 1 whip per craft. Okay? Unless I'm on a sewing kick and then I have, well now, okay, the sewing is that's a different thing because I sew for my website, which if you want anything hand sewn, hand knitted, or crocheted, my link is down below. I do project bags, I do totes, on the sewn side, and I will be adding knitting organizer, knitting needles, fixed needles organizers, and crochet hook organizers to my offerings as well. But anyway, yes, I know, shameless plug. But, and I forgot what I was saying. Oh, when I'm sewing, I have personal projects like my baby quilt for my great nephew. And usually I'm sewing for my website, for my project bags and my totes and everything like that. So I can't really say that sewing, I'm a one whip girl because I have the business side and then the personal side. Now, right now I have 1 crochet project going. And that is my Stashbusting 2026. That is a personal challenge that I'm doing that is using 2,026 grams knitting things and then 2,026 grams crocheting things. I didn't get into the sewing because I couldn't figure out how to do that. I got some great recommendations on how to figure that, but none of them really settled in to where it was what I wanted to do. So we're going to start with the 12 cast ons. All right. This right here is a 2x2 hat on Ravelry. Let me see. My kittens are trying to get in here. And for some reason, I am still not able to get on my Ravelry on my laptop. So it is a 2x2, and I can't remember who it's by. The links will all be in the description. Actually, you know what? I can't bring that up, but I can bring up my WordPad doc that has all of this stuff on it. So let me scroll down. It doesn't say by who, but I wonder if I can copy and paste the link. Where there's a will, there's a way for me. For sure. Alright. This is by Anne Gagnon. Now, if you'll see, there's two reasons why that is like that. For one, it was... Now, this is the last time I showed y'all. This was my progress the last time I had this on film. Okay? So, I have gotten a lot done. And when I say it is a lot, because a 2x2 rib is a lot. Now, the first section was done with my left hand not being able to purl like I used to, like I usually do. So the first part was purled in combination style. And then the top was purled with my normal style. But that's okay because it gives it a great place for the brim. See? How perfect is that? Now, the yarn that I'm using is actually Big Twist Jelly Bean in Sizzling Cinnamon. And I am hoping this label is right that says I only need one for a hat. Because I do not have two of these colors. And we all know that, you know, rest in peace, Joanne. So, I have gotten a lot done on this. Part of that is from my my warehouse sale trip, which for some reason, I don't know why I said it was 4 hours. It's more like 3 hours. But I did get some of that done on the trip, and then some done Friday when I spent half the day in my recliner, not getting up, not doing a whole heck of a lot. Because that trip really, that took it out of me. I'm not going to lie. I may be only 52 years old, but man, that was a trip. I drove up there. We took my daughter-in-law's car because my brakes are still not fixed, which I need to get on that. But, my brakes were not fixed, so we couldn't take my car. And if we take my husband's truck, it would have been atrocious in gas for that. That is a beast. My husband's truck is huge. Well, I mean, it's a Nissan Titan, but it drinks a lot of gas. It's not like a little 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder. It's a full V8. And under my foot, it drinks a lot of gas. Now, this one right here is my baker's hat, I believe. Let me pull that up. I believe this one is my baker's hat. But I'm going to copy and paste the link on this one. Yes, this is called My Baker's Hat by Emily Russell. Now, this groove is intentional because they have you do one row of knit stitch so that it kind of accents that brim to where you can fold it really neatly and it's a good, clean, crisp fold. But the last time I had this last week, I was only right here where this little stitch marker is. I got to get better stitch markers, man. At least progress keepers so y'all can see them. But that right there, Now, it wasn't supposed to rain. It was drizzling a little bit earlier, but not much. And now it's full on raining. I'm about tired of rain. And I think we're supposed to get more rain this weekend. So, hey, it's good for the plants, okay? And I've got some seedlings that I'm starting. I've got a couple that I've already started, but I still have a few more that I have to go. Like I told y'all Monday, sometimes I can get it done really, really quick, and sometimes it takes a few days. So, it's taken a few days. In fact, my plan was to spend today doing the last of it, but that's not going to happen, so it might be tomorrow. That's okay. But anyway, that's how much progress I have gotten. I took this with me, but I did not work on this. I worked exclusively on my 2x2 baker's hat. I mean, my 2x2 by, what did I say her name was? I just had it, y'all. The one I just told you about. Okay. I need caffeine, but I've already had one today, so I'm not going to. And, because, see, that's what I drink when I first wake up. I drink one of those sparkling ice caffeines, because I don't drink coffee. I can't drink coffee, so I have to, yeah. My brain's just not firing, and it's almost 1:30. My brain should be firing by now, but that's okay. I am very pleased, but now this was super easy, okay? I was able to get this done in, I want to say about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And I started losing focus, because after I was working on the ribbed hat, the 2x2, Friday, my grandson came over, so I put that down, and he was playing on the Switch with doing some Minecraft, and he was wanting me to help him build a crafty and a truck or a car. So I was working on this while I was sitting there helping him do that. So, I mean, not bad. Not bad. Now, the rest of the weekend was alternating between a little bit of my cable strata tea and more of the Stashbusting project. Alright, now let me grab, I had cable strata tea up here, so I should have done that first. But of course, no, I can't do that. I can't make the classic logical thing. Let's see, where it is. There it is. Alright. My cable strata tea is... Now, this one is by Plymouth Yarn. And I am tickled with how it's coming. Now, I told y'all in one of my other videos that I had split for the back. And I have. I just didn't show you yet. Now, I have not done a whole lot. This is where I split for the back. Okay? So, probably about an inch ago. Now, they had me doing slanted, make one right, make one left, under the arms. I'm hoping that the gappiness of that goes away, because it is some gappies. Now, don't mind the big holes right here, because that's just simply where I've changed yarns, and I don't mess with those holes until I'm done with the project. But see those holes? I mean, is it just me, or that bugs me? You can see that increase. I don't like seeing increases, but I have. Now, like I said the last time I had this on camera, don't mind the holes and the roughness, but to be fair, the first half of this was reused yarn, because I had about right here done and then ripped it out. And so when I reused that yarn, it's just, it's about, yeah, it's a little rough, but the yarn will play nice and it will lay flat once it's blocked. I'm pretty sure. Now, the only thing I worry about is how voluminous. There's a lot of positive ease in this shirt. Now, I'm not a small woman, but I am doing the large, and my gauge is a little tighter than what they're calling for, because they're calling for 22 stitches on 4 inches, and I'm getting about 25, I think, to 27 inches. I mean, 25 to 27. And I'm okay with that. I want a drapier fabric, because this right here is the same yarn. It's the KC yarn that Joanne had. And yes, y'all don't mind my holes where I picked up on the neck. This is the Original Lovely, the Perfect Tee pattern by Originally Lovely. And I love this. I would love this if it was a V-neck or it was a little lower, because y'all saw that I just had to pull it down. It rests right here at my my collarbone, and it might be that I have the turkey neck, and that's why I don't like it to be so close to my neck. I used to wear turtlenecks, but I was also young and I had a very firm neck, and I don't have any of that anymore. So rather than accentuate my gobble gobble thing here, I like to have something that is a little lower. Now, I'm hoping that this ends up like this. Now, I can't remember. The pattern called for a different needle when I did the Originally Lovely pattern. It did a different, it called for a different needle, but I went down because I was using the KC yarn, and I don't have a label right here in my bag, but it called for a different needle. So I went down on the needle size, and it worked out great. I think it was a 3.5, maybe. Pardon me. If so, I am golden by using this, because these are 3.5. Yeah, I have my interchangeables on this project. These are my 3.5s. So keep your fingers crossed that this blocks out to be like this, because I love the fabric on this. You can't see through it. You can't see my bra outline. You can't see my straps, anything like that. And that's kind of what I go for. I don't reach for this as much as I would like. The arm, the length is perfect. I really like the length of it, but this right here stops me from wearing it a lot. I still wear it, but I don't wear it a lot, because for one, I'm not crazy about how I picked up my stitches and the holes that it left. But not only that, I don't like the fact that it rides up so much. So I mainly wear this at home. I want my knittables, I want my knitwear to be worn outside of home, because I'm very proud of the way the things that I knit. I do like the raglan. I think that now the t-shirts that I have done in this 12 Cast Ons, I don't think any of them are raglan design like this, because I have a raglan now, and I wanted to try different ones. Now the other one is at the seaside, and let me grab it to see. Now, I will be telling you, on this cable strata tee, I've changed so much of it, it's not even funny. Alright, so at the seaside, it says on all of the attributes down there at the bottom, it says it's raglan sleeves. Oh, it is. Okay, it is raglan sleeves. I haven't got to that yet. It's just the initial cast on. And if I'm remembering right, this is the one that is stuck on just cast on, because I have got to change out my cords for that one, my needles and cords, and I ended up having to buy another cord for my interchangeables. So it is going to be sitting on, after I fix what I got to fix on that, I'm going to put the cord minders on the end of them, the blocks that Chiaogu gives you in the interchangeable set. Alright, so, and then the other thing, the Main Street top, I know it's not. I don't even have to look at that, but I'm going to just in case. And if you're interested in the ones that I'm talking about, I can link the original video where I show you everything that I'm going to do, like the introduction before I start casting on everything. Yeah, see, this one is more of a drop-in sleeve. That's not the right term. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not a drop shoulder. I think what I'm trying to say is a set-in sleeve. It's basically where you stop and then you pick it up to do yeah, that. Alright, now the Aria tee, I'm pretty sure, why do I keep clicking that one thing? The Aria tee, I'm pretty sure is, I know that's a raglan. I don't have to click on that because I already have the markers for that being a raglan. And so I was wrong. 2 out of the 4 are raglans. I thought I didn't choose raglans. But to be fair, I haven't worked on these in a couple weeks. And with everything else going on, it just kind of got shoved to the very back of my brain. It did. Because basically, this is the t-shirt that I'm focusing on. And how beautiful are those colors, y'all? It is a lot of colors. But I will pull it off and I will enjoy it. Now, I may have to put the front on another, because I have some just tubing. So I might put that on that. But for now, it's fine. It's hanging out all on one cord. And with me having it on one cord, there's going to be a gap here. But I'm more inclined to do this. Make sure I show you. I'm more inclined to do it like this. That way, the weight of the front is not, with the other cord, is not pulling on this junction right here. Because that's going to be underneath my arms. And I don't want to have a big hole that I have to shore up underneath my arm, you know. But y'all, look. That's so much work. I'm so excited. So, that's about right, too. Because it's splitting for the underarms. And I'm working on the back, so. This is my mindless knit. That's why I don't have any socks to show y'all today. Because this is my mindless knit. I'll just sit there and, well, I have been just knitting in the round. But now I'm knitting and then purling back. But it's still, I can purl without looking. I can't really knit without looking all that much, but I can purl without looking. I just have to kind of touch base every now and again and make sure I haven't did a yarn over it on accident, because I tend to do that a lot. So, I need to put a progress keeper on here. I told y'all I need some progress keepers. And I know just what I'm going to do about that. But anyway, we are well on our way to getting that shirt finished. So that is all for my 12 Cast Ons catch-up. And it's the rain, man. The rain. Okay. So. I have. Remember I said that I would take this with me on the road trip? I didn't. Y'all see this big old bag? she has a Ford Edge. It's a mom car. And with her bringing stuff for her and my grandson, and me bringing stuff for me and her and my grandson, we were leaving the back intentionally open for the stuff y'all are going to see Friday. Surprisingly, I didn't get as much as I thought I would get. But I'll tell y'all about that Friday. Now, my original plan was to work on, because I'm doing 2 at a time. So I have both, I've already started changing the corners on each one. Originally, I was right here at the Aqua. So I was going to leave one home and then focus on one to get it done. I'm glad I didn't, because I drove up there and then she drove back, and I had a migraine mid-trip. A migraine hit me, and I'm glad I drove up there because I couldn't have drove back. And she said, you know, I would have driven both ways. I would have been fine. Because I kept telling her I was glad that I drove the first stretch up there and then she could drive the stretch home. She's like, I would have done both. I know you would have, sweetheart, but I wouldn't ask that of you. So I ended up spending the rest of the weekend getting to this far. Now, like I said, I was only on Aqua on this. And those notes that I told y'all have come in handy. So if you don't want to keep replaying the video, like I said in Monday's video, if you don't want to keep replaying the video, go ahead and write it down to where, if you're doing multiple squares like me, do it. It makes it so much easier. Now, I am finished with the robin's egg and about to go into the Aqua on this next trip. So I have the Aqua to do 2 rows of, the deep sea teal 2 rows of, and then finishing with 2 rows of white. And then I will be done with these. So cross your finger that next Wednesday, which will be the 25th, I will be done. Because I may have to put this to the side. I've got so much going on right now, and it's my own fault. But I might have to put this to the side and not join them just to get the crochet along started. Or maybe not. I don't know. It just depends. I might just hunker down, focus on getting this done, not touching my 12 cast ons at all, and trying to focus on this just this next week. I might do that. That way I can get it done. Because, you know, I can't be the only one that takes longer to sew things together than crocheting the squares. Please tell me I'm not alone in that. Because I'm not gonna lie, these blocks are so fun. I love being able to do these blocks. Now, I have seen similar blocks with the centerpiece. But I think Sandra's, I think hers is the only one. The other one I saw, I'm not going to name names, but, oh wow, this is so squishy. I'm sitting here patting it on the table. That's one thing I love about these treble crochets, is they make such a squishy fabric. Oh, and I cannot keep this blanket. I have more blankets than I know what to do with. I know I'm not alone on that either. But this thing is so uber squishy. And I am going to remember, I don't know if some of y'all are new, but in my initial video when I was talking about this for the Stashbusting 2026, I said I wasn't sure what color I was going to use to join with it. And I think I'm going to stick with my idea of white. The only problem with doing it with white is the final one will be white. And I'm hoping that that may not... You know what? I'm looking at the white and the robin's egg, and I have a ton of the robin's egg. Originally, I was going to do the deep sea teal or black. And I don't have enough of the deep sea teal. And in fact, I don't know if Yarn Inspirations has it back available yet. Let me try to see if deep sea teal is available yet, because it was out of stock. Let's see, Karen, 1 pound. Where's your deep net? Deep sea teal, yep. It's still out of stock at the moment. So, okay. I think I'm going to reach out to him because this stuff has been out of stock since I started this. And that was, God, y'all, help me. Was that a month ago? So I might reach out to them and see if there's a problem or not. Because I know a few of you have reached out and said that you wanted the colors, the list of colors. So if they don't have the deep sea teal, I know Amazon does. They have them in the 2-packs. So you could get it that way. If Yarn Inspirations doesn't come through before you need to start using the yarn. But anyway. But looking at it like this, I kind of like the robin's egg against the white. And that might add a cute little accent to join all three. I originally said that I was going to probably do some blocks, some small blocks in here. I have to wait and lay everything out to see if I need a center piece to give me some width. I don't know. We'll see. Or I could do a dreaded border. I cannot stand to do borders. Borders are my arch enemy. I can't stand up. Anyway, that's why I like corner to corners, because most of the time when I do corner to corners, my edges are so pretty and tight that I don't bother with the border. But anyway, we are going to see if I can push through and get these done in the next week. So hopefully by the time I catch you up next Wednesday, I can have most, if not all, of this blanket done. I think I'm crazy. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. I know I can get the blocks done. And what I might do is get started on joining them before I do the crochet along with y'all. Because I still have to pick out the yarn that I'm going to do the crochet along with. So, my daughter-in-law, she's like, "You're doing so much." I'm like, "Yeah, I am. A lot." But that's okay. I don't mind. At least it's keeping me busy enough to where I'm not getting stagnant. I mean, I have at any given time right now, and until I finish these 12 cast ons, at any given time, I got a project that I can pick up. And it helps, like I was telling Ange, because she was like, she left me a comment, and I was like, it's okay. I mean, it's not bothering me bad, but it's actually helping me with the decision fatigue, because I don't have to say when I finish one project, what am I going to start now? What am I going to cast on? Or what am I going to start crocheting? I have things I'm doing. Once I finish these, we're doing the cowl, or as I'm doing this, we're going to do the cowl. And then I have all these other knit things, and then plus my sewing. So there's no decision fatigue possible right now. And yes, I have my flavored water today. And it's so good. ACAI, I think is how you say it. It's one of those. My daughter-in-law laughs at me because I butcher the name every time. I just cannot wrap my brain around that word. And it's funny that I'm not able to do that because my husband has always picked on me with my $10 words, but it's all right. Now, I have not done anything with the website. And I was just looking because I have a notice here. So it caught my attention. But I was telling y'all Monday about possibly getting on and doing some organization. And I still plan on that. But I have been busy. So it's going to get there. And I am trying to make time enough to cut my great nephew's quilt, get it cut. But it's good to be busy, right? It is a great thing to be busy. I kind of wish for a down day. I did have one Friday. Well, half a day. And even though I'm sitting in my chair, I'm not relaxing a whole lot because my hands, okay, let me back up. I am relaxing, but not in a traditional sense to where it's just me. How can I say that? I am enjoying my knitting and crochet. Don't get me wrong. But I am kind of feeling a little bit of the pressure, and I want to have things done so that when I make these update videos that I have some update to show you instead of a progress keeper that is still in the same exact spot that I left it. Now there will be those times, and I got to give myself grace for that, but I wanted to get this cowl done. This Stashbusting one done before our cowl. So I am kind of feeling that pressure a little bit, but that's my own doing. That's all that is. And I need to get out of there so that I don't drive myself crazy. Yep. And it doesn't look like it's going to stop. So you know what? I might get off here and go in there and get back to those squares. Because I don't have a whole lot left to do. I have 3 more colors to do, and then I can concentrate on how I want to join them. So hopefully I can maybe get them finished today and start on the joining tomorrow. That would be really, really good. But in the meantime, I'm going to get off here and I am going to go in here. It's only 2 o'clock. Wow. That was a quick video, y'all. What did I say it was? 1:30? Because it's 10 minutes to 2. Has it been really that short of a time? Okay, well, if that's the case, then I'm sorry it's such a short video, but what am I going to do? Sit here and talk about nothing? Wait, I do that a lot anyways. How would that be different? Anyway, I'm going to get off here, go in here, do some of this, enjoy it, and deal with the notification, because that was a weird notification. I think, wait, that wasn't my website. Well, I had a notification. Oh, it was my emails. I get irritated with the spam on my emails, even for my website. It it said there was something with the domain name problem or something. So I started to freak out, and then I looked at what tab I had open, and it was my email. So, good. Nothing but spam. I can deal with that. Because basically, unless it's a notification from my website anymore, I don't pay attention to the notifications that say something is wrong with my website if it comes in email. It's just spammers trying to get my information. And I have a lot of information on my website that I don't want spammers to get. So, yay! Alright, then I don't have to worry about that. I can go in here and I can crochet and have myself some quiet time before I have to cook dinner. So I will see y'all in the next one. And the next one actually is the warehouse sale haul. And I'm excited about a few of those things. Like I said, I didn't get as much as I wanted to or I had planned to. And part of that is getting the migraine halfway through because unfortunately, well, I had the headache halfway through. And it took me 45 minutes in line. 45 minutes I was in line to check out. That's how many people were there. And they ended up bringing extra workers in. Because normally they only have 2 areas where you check out. There was 5 that day. And I was still in line for 45 minutes. They had us snaking around the warehouse. Anyway, well now I don't have to tell y'all that about in the video. But it's great in the regards that there's a lot of people, and so they'll continue to do it if they get these good responses. Because I was talking with one of the workers, and she said, this was not normal. Because, see, I missed the last warehouse sale by a week. Me and my daughter-in-law took a trip up there, and we had missed it by a week. So, I was unprepared for this. But, even had I gone to that one, I would have not been prepared for what we experienced Thursday. She said we should have came Friday, but she said normally Friday is a lot more calm. Thursdays are busy, but they're never that busy. She said she's never experienced that in the 10 years that she's been doing it, that she's never experienced the warehouse sale to be that crazy. So, it's good that it was that busy, like I said, because they'll continue to do it, but I would love to see what I can get at the next one, because I'll talk about that in the other video. I promise. You will see that Friday, okay? In the meantime, I hope you have a great evening, morning, night, afternoon, whenever you get to watch this. And if you're still here, and I know I have my people. I have my people. I know you're still here. So, I appreciate it. I really do. I know I've gotten an influx of new subscribers, and I thank y'all. I love it, because the more you click like, subscribe, or view my entire video, it puts it out to more people. And I am trying to grow my channel. I'm not shy about admitting that. Because the more people we have, I think the bigger the community, the more variance and the different perspectives and the different experiences everybody brings to the table is an awesome thing. So, if you haven't, click thumbs up or subscribe. I would appreciate it, because I know a lot of you watch me without being subscribed, and some people, my daughter-in-law was talking about this, she said maybe people don't understand, because if you unsubscribe to someone, their algorithm, it takes a hit. I don't unsubscribe to anybody. I have a lot of subscriptions that I don't watch anymore, but I don't want to hurt their numbers by unsubscribing. So I just click subscribe to ones that I want to support, and to give them that recognition so that the algorithm, because YouTube's algorithm changes almost daily. It's frustrating, but it does. So, you know, there are times to where I have not subscribed to a channel until I was certain that I liked it, because I don't unsubscribe. You know, I don't want to hurt their numbers, so I will keep. The views help. It really does. The views count the most. But the thumbs up and the subscriptions to the channel actually get it out further. You know, it gets it to more people. So enough of that. I'm going to get off here, and like I was telling you, I hope you have a great one. If you find some joy today, grab a hold of it. Don't let go. You might need to squirrel it away for another day. Okay? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.